Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about the recipe management of CODESYS. Recipe function inside of CODESYS could easily let us to call the groups of data and write into the PLC addresses without a system for the HMI recipe. So following, I will introduce how to make recipe working for LX6C. So here we new a project. Firstly, we need to add a library of recipe into library management. Otherwise, we cannot use the recipe function. So here we double click the library management and click add library. Then we can search the keyword recipe. So after the CODESYS search completely, we can see this recipe management show up. Then we select it and click OK. So before we get started to program it, we can check the documentation of the recipe library. So here we can see all the commands are with this M icon, which means they are method. So we don't need to instantiate the function name on the declare area. Just to call the function name in the programming area is okay. The second step is to add object. Recipe Manager. And create a new recipe definition. So there are some configuration we can change, like the file extension, file separator, and which clone we want to display. And the other setting we can set them as by default. So now we can go to the PUU part. Here we need to instantiate the recipe management command. And declare some variable we need to use in the recipe. Now we go to the recipe definition. Configure which variable we want to set into the recipe. back to the POU. So now we can start to program the recipe. Usually we will create, delete, update, and load the recipe. There are four most commonly used operations. So here I call the responding function name. Because this is my recipe definition name, so I need to set same name here. Because it is cyclic running task, I cannot let it always carry out the recipe function. We need to add some condition for every function. So after we modify the project, we can log in and update the program. So here, for example, I create a new recipe. And trigger this be create variable. Because right now all the variable in the recipe are all 0. So we can go to check the recipe file for seeing the parameter. So how can we check the recipe file? We go to the device and click on files. Inside the PLC logic, we can see the recipe we just created and move. For example, I can move to the disk C disk. So see, we can own a 0 value inside this recipe. Because this normal code condition still too frequently execution, so we need to using something like the rising trigger or falling trigger. So now we log in PLC and update the program again. So here, for example, this time I writing some value into the recipe parameter. For example, like this. And send the recipe name. And the trigger is now we go to the PLC file again, refresh the list, and we could see this new recipe file appear. So also we can copy into our disk C for checking the value. So now we can see it has the parameter just we set. And also we can, for example, like to write the value. So you can see I changed to the new value, but I trigger this write command, and the recipe files parameter write into the PLC variable. Also, we can read, for example, I can trigger this read. So now open this file again. We can see the parameter are update here. So also we can delete this recipe we created. Now back to our file list. So you can see the recipe file is disappear. So this is all the content I present today. Thanks for your watching. See you next time.